Hey gang, it's JC and this is your Daily Dose for Friday, May 14th, 2010, a cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. Archives anytime, just hit the tabs and the menu bar at the top of the page. You can look at the old stuff. Now Monday, we introduced the new design of the website that we've been talking about now for a long time. It's going to be a lot prettier to look at. I will still look the same, but the site's going to look great. We introduced that Monday. Now, we try to update things every day by about 1 or 2 in the afternoon. That's when you should check back at jc'sdailydose.com and see what the update is for the Daily Dose and all the other features. So Monday afternoon, we introduced the new website. It's going to be very, very cool. All right, the Mark McGuire Highway is going to become the Mark Twain Highway. Really sucks to be Mark McGuire right now. Cards aren't hitting. Who is the hitting coach again? Well, you know what, you can beat up on Mark if you want, but the truth is that this ball club stopped hitting about August or September of last year, and Mark McGuire was nowhere to be found back then. By the way, today is the anniversary. Back in 1992, Lyle Alzado, the Oakland Raiders football player, age 43, checked out brain cancer, a result of years of steroid abuse. He was one of the first ones in professional sports to admit what was going on with steroids in professional sports. All right, speaking of other drug abusers in complete denial, the Manhattan penthouse where Rush Limbaugh has been habitating for, I don't know, for how long now, is up for sale. $12.95 million. I think that includes the freight elevator that they use to bring them up every day. The apartment is fully furnished. Boy, you shake out the couch cushions up there and you can find some really cool stuff. I'm just guessing half-used tubes of Vaseline and a lot of little pills that will earn you a lot of money if you go out late at night and try to sell them at Central Park. All right, the state of Arizona, obviously in complete controversy right now with the new immigration law, and you can see this coming. State Representative Mark Parkinson from St. Charles, a Republican, what a surprise, is going to introduce legislation very, very similar to what we have in Arizona. And I guess my question is, is it really a problem in St. Charles? Are you got a lot of illegal Mexican aliens coming in from Iowa? I mean, what's the deal? And really, you want all of that controversy, you want all of the backlash, the ridicule, the protests, you want to be the butt end of all those jokes. Duh! Think this shit out before you go on television talking about it. All right, Craig the Hack Cheatham was on TV last night on Channel 4 telling us that Sylvia Brown, the psychic, is a fraud. Oh! They introduced us to her ex-husband. Said, she's no psychic. And by the way, if she was a psychic, wouldn't she have seen the divorce coming? But it's the May sweeps. You have these insipid promos, dumb stories, hype, over-sensationalization of everything, and it's just pathetic. All right, the solution to the oil spill in the Gulf is Kevin Costner? Yeah, really. Actually, his brother, I guess he invented and patented some sort of machine that processes water that's been polluted with oil. Kevin has invested $26 million in this thing. Apparently it works. You know, it was either that or make another dumb baseball movie. By the way, the Field of Dreams is up for sale. Don Lansing has put the field and the whole piece of property up for sale. What do you get? You get the baseball diamond, 2-bedroom house, 6 outbuildings, 193 acres, $5.4 million. You know, that movie was released in 1989. But it was shot in 1988 in the midst of a drought, and it was very controversial because, you know, you're shooting a baseball movie. Well, of course, George Will says Field of Dreams wasn't a baseball movie. Thanks, George, you dope. But anyhow, they had to keep watering the grass, and they're in the middle of a drought, and the farmers are like, hey, you Hollywood types come in here, you're just taking water, and you know, my field of corn out here is dying, and you're chopping down corn, and you're bringing water in, and all things. It was very controversial. So finally, director Phil Alden Robinson told me in an interview, they just painted it. They just got green paint, and they sprayed the whole thing. By the way, the groundskeeper for that movie was nicknamed, are you ready, folks? The Marquis de Sade. Get it? The Marquis de Sade. All right. What do we got here? Barbara Walters, heart valve surgery this past Wednesday. Regis blood clot in his leg. He's going in on Tuesday. She's 80. He's 78. It's not official, but NBC apparently is canceling Law and Order. Final episode, May 24th. That's what it looks like. Now, this series is the longest running drama in the history of television. Actually, it's tied with Gunsmoke. And a lot of people said, well, why don't you just let it go one more season so you can have the record? And apparently, they're still thinking they may do that. So, not official yet, but it's not looking good for fans of Law and Order. I guarantee you that this will be the newest story that Fox News will start, manufacturing into a big phony controversy. But the military is thinking about giving out medals for not fighting the enemy. Military officials say the medal would be awarded to soldiers in Afghanistan who, and this is a quote, show courageous restraint by holding fire to save civilian lives. Okay, you've got it. Now make it into a controversy, everybody. All right, Apple, not the computer. I'm talking about Gwyneth Paltrow's kid. Father is the guy from Coldplay, Chris Martin. Apple is the baby. And it turns out that a lot of parents regret the names that they have given their kids. 19% say they gave their kid a family name just so the relatives would shut up. 13% purposely went with a name that seemed quirky or unusual at the time. 10% named their kid after their favorite celebrity. 15% of parents say their friends and family members make fun of them over the kid's name. Overall, the 6 boys' names that parents regret most: William, Oliver, Jack, Alfie, Thomas, and Joshua. The 6 girls' names that parents regret most: Chloe, Ruby, Olivia, Emily, Grace, and Jessica. I don't see anything wrong with any of those. I don't get that at all. So, when you break up with somebody, a lot of times it's like, well, things just didn't work out. Sometimes it's a little worse than that, and sometimes it's a lot worse than that. And next month's issue of Glamour magazine includes an article about breakups. 88% of women admit that they have Googled an ex to see what he's up to. 19% say they've become a little obsessed with the whole idea. 64% say they've managed to stay friends with an ex, and 46% have even friended an ex on Facebook. 35% say they still have the ex-boyfriend's phone number. 54% admit they've had sexual fantasies about the ex. 46%, this is in Glamour magazine, 46% have had sex with an ex-boyfriend after breaking up, but it was a bad idea. 6% said they did it and there was no problem at all. 15% admit they've accidentally called a new boyfriend by an ex's name, and 2% did it during a moment of passion. Overall, 32% of women say they're still in love with an ex-boyfriend. There you go, guys. Even more things to be paranoid about. All right, Saturday Night Live, the final word is in on the Betty White thing. 12.1 million viewers. That is almost a record. It was 12.2 for the season debut of Saturday Night Live in 1994. That was Steve Martin and Eric Clapton. Of course, the Tina Fey, Sarah Palin stuff was huge, too. Season finale of Saturday Night Live this weekend. Alec Baldwin and Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. That's a great show. All right, JC's Video Village. We have some old KSD TV spots from the 80s that you can look at. The new Video Village and the new Wayback Machine are going up on Monday, and that's also going to be the debut of our new website design. So come back, see us on Monday. JC's Eye Candy today. Why wives don't let their husbands buy baby clothes. All you have to do is look at it. It's self-explanatory. All right, on Monday, we got lots of new stuff for you to go with the new website design. Oh, man, we're just getting started with jcontheline.com. Make sure you tell all your friends. And again, we try to update by 1 or 2 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. In the meantime, that's JC's Daily Dose for Friday, May 14th, 2010, a cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. In the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.